reporting in our newscasts. It's been more than a week since 64-year-old Shin Ik-no went missing while out for a walk. The Coquitlam man has Alzheimer's, and the story is highlighting the challenges children often face when dealing with elderly parents. Elizabeth Shewchuk is here from Daughter for a Day with tips to ensure that our parents have the best chance for a safe and fulfilling retirement. Good morning and welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's explain what Daughter for a Day is first and foremost, and then we'll go through the steps.
Well, Daughter for a Day is a company that provides home care and support, helping elderly seniors and their children with the daily activities of life.
As you were telling me, this is a company that came about from your own personal experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have, my mom is 87 years old, and our family is going through some transitions, trying to find a happy medium where she's happy and the whole family can continue on with their lives.
And this is a discussion I wonder if more families should have. Oftentimes, and I wonder if you would agree, I find that siblings have the discussion separate from the parents. It should be everyone at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. Right? All the siblings with the parents, because they want to have an active part in what their future looks like. You know, and you want to make sure that everything is okay for them.
And even though some kids say, look, it's role reversal, now we're the parents and they're the kids, it's not that exactly at all.
It's not exactly that, unless there's a case in point where there is, you know, the decisions can't be made. They need to be made by someone other than the parent.
With that in mind, let's go through the steps that you suggest to our viewers. Let's begin with the first one. Be persistent with communication.
Yes, open the dialogue. Open it early on. Ask them what they envision. Find out what it looks like to them, where they'd like to be. Okay.
All right. Now, have a low-tech plan. I find this interesting. What do you mean by that?
Well, one of my clients, what her daughter has done is she's purchased her a huge desk calendar, and we write on it. She writes on it, and her mother records things on it so that everybody is in sync.
I'm smiling because, I mean, a lot of us are, you know, on Google Calendar, or we have the shared calendar through our smartphones. This is the old school way.
This is old school, and some elderly seniors still are not. This woman doesn't have a computer. I don't think she's going to get one, but it helps everybody to keep in sync.
No matter how computer literate seniors are out there, this is a good way to literally be on the same page. Find social engagement. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by that is at Daughter for a Day, what we do is we try to get our seniors engaged with other seniors, going to senior centers in the community, partaking in the lunches, sitting with them, introducing them to other seniors, because sometimes all it takes is going hand in hand and saying, you know, I'd like you to meet Anne or Josephine, and that's all they need, just a little push.
And again, there is where the parallel lies from when you were a kid and your parents would take you to meet someone.
It's just like going to kindergarten, honestly.
Just
it really
started.
is.
Okay. Model safe practices.
Safe practices. We need to keep the conversation going. There are scam artists out there, and they are looking for vulnerable seniors, and seniors are vulnerable. So don't hide the conversations. Talk about things that are going on out in the world. You know, the RCMP, they have great talks at libraries. You know, they'll come to groups, and it's really important to make sure that that is being talked about. It's just like when we're raising our children. We can't hide all the dangers. We need to discuss the dangers.
And with that in mind, just the other day, a couple of days ago, Ian Thomas, who contributes to our money segment on from Coast Capital Savings, was talking about identity theft and how, unfortunately, some seniors, you know, see an email come through, or they don't shred their information when it comes in the mail. Those are among those safe practices that you're talking about.
That's really important. You know, teach them to rip off the mailing labels and to not throw names and addresses and account numbers into the garbage. Very important.
All right. Last but certainly not least, seek caregiver support.
Yes. You know, it's like preventative. Always have a backup plan, because we're busy adult children, and we have lives too. And you know what? Sometimes the people that we love get left behind. And so if you have somebody and you start early on in, then when there is a crisis, you can cover it.
They're familiar with the parents' background, their history, and all of that.
The medication, everything.
We don't have too much time left, but Elizabeth, do you think that step, getting the caregiver, introducing them into the family dynamic, that's one of the biggest hurdles? Because the parent might say, I don't need someone to look
always,
after me.
Trust me, there is always resistance, but 1 or 2 days in, and you know what, things start to hum along. So don't worry about the resistance. We get over that.
Excellent advice. Elizabeth
Okay.
Shewchuk. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you'd like to find out more for Daughter for a Day and the work that they do and the tips that Elizabeth passed on to us, just go to our website, ctvmorninglive.ca.